Morning. Good morning. Welcome to daryllorette Cafe. I'm daryllorette, your host, and as you can see in the back of me, the sun is up. So we are going to begin our day with a broadcast and breakfast. It's always very important to have breakfast every day. It's the most important meal of the day. Serving it up anyway. So, how are you today on this beautiful Saturday morning? Myself, I have been up for roughly 1 hour and I'm feeling chipper. I had a pretty good night's sleep, even though I had a bizarre dream before I woke up about Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton? You dreamt about Dolly Parton? Yes, and she was looking kind of old. I dreamt about Dolly Parton and she was up on stage dancing around for some reason. And I don't know, I was watching her dancing around and she had an exposed her midsection. And she looked like a fat little old lady. Sort of like she looked like she had one too many children. Oh, that's terrible. Anyway, I'm going to have to start pursuing younger girls, younger than myself, you know. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, I'm going to have to behold some young girls. Or I mean some younger women. I don't know why, but I've always been attracted to older women and not so much younger women. I've actually tried dating on the odd occasion, on a couple of occasions. I've tried to date younger women, and I thought it turned out even worse than dating some of the older women that I dated. So I guess I'm going to have to stick with the older ones. They're more mature and they know more than I do. So that gives me an edge. My image seems to be trying to catch up. It's like surreal. It's there must be a really good webcam that you can buy that's kind of like high resolution. It takes really good videos or makes really good videos that are not that don't make you look like you're moving in slow motion. Oh, oh, down to my last 3 bananas. Well, I'm eating 2 of them, but I still have one left, and it's pretty ripe, so I'm gonna have to eat it because you know how bananas get when they're really ripe. They're like you almost should chuck it in a blender and make a milkshake out of it. Anyway, you hear the Saturday morning traffic going by. I've had, when I was a kid, I won't mention any names because, wow, that was a fast car that just went by. But when I eat, I have a deviated septum. Something happened to me when I was a kid. I got a hit in the nose or something. So I got a deviated septum. So I can't breathe very well out of my nose. So I breathe I breathe and talk at the same time with with my mouth. So when I'm eating, at least this is my theory. I tend to I don't know if this is why I do it, but I tend to sort of smack. Some people have called it. And when I was a kid, I had someone say to me, "Oh, it must be really good what you're eating." They cooked me supper or something like that, and I was really probably hungry. And you don't think too much when you're hungry. You just eat, right? You just dive in there and you eat it. And my mouth just, smacking away, So they would say to me, "Wow, that must be really good. You're smacking away on it." And I thought to myself, it certainly is. Please do not disturb. Or I may have to bite you. Now it's just a question of keeping your mouth shut so the food doesn't fall out of it. Yeah, you can hear that noise, that, gee, that's tasty. Yum, yum. I don't know where I got that habit from. It must be somebody in my family who does that, and I probably picked up on it. You don't do stuff like that. Your behavior is usually the result of older family members. You're imitating older family members, I think, in a lot of cases. In some cases, I can't remember, so I couldn't tell you. Well, hopefully today will be a good day. Saturday. I love Saturdays. Saturdays are my favorite day of the week. When I was a kid, I loved Saturdays because from about 6 o'clock in the morning until noon, you could watch cartoons for hours, You'd sit in front of the TV with your breakfast, and you watched all your favorite Saturday morning cartoons. I think for the entire decade of the 80s, I never watched cartoons. It wasn't until the early 90s that I started actually watching cartoons again. And it was probably one of the first cartoons I ever started watching again was in the early 90s, say around 93. That was the first time I started watching The Simpsons. And they're still on 20 years later. Like they've been on for 20 years, from 1990 to 2000. Anyway, talk with my mouth full. I'm gonna wind up choking here. Well, it looks like we're running out of time, so I'm going to have to let you go until later, perhaps. Perhaps I'll see you later. So this is Daryllorette here at Daryllorette Cafe, still eating his breakfast. Wishing you a good Saturday. We'll see you later. Bye for now.